tell me something. Can you name me one thing of consequence that came out of Europe? The beginning of the European civilization began with the Greeks. But if you study history, you'll find that it was the African that organized and set up the first Greek civilization. And if you study the pages of history, you'll find that there's no such thing as Europe. Europe is an extension of Asia. They only named it Europe later to support their overinflated ego. And if you look further, you'll find that Asia was an extension of Africa, called Northeast Africa. We live in a capitalistic system, and true capitalism cannot exist without a slave. Black people today do not like to see images like this. White people, they don't like to see it either. But images like this are a reminder of where we've come from. And it is a mirror to show us where we are now. History is the great compass. It is through history and by history that one knows where he's been. One knows where he is today. And one knows where he still needs to go. This is important because we should be able to face images like this, especially as a black people, because our history did not start with this. In 2008, black spending power was upwards of $803 billion. And yet collectively, we haven't a damn thing to show for it. Of course, we have material things, but at the end of the day, all employees, black or white, will pay more in taxes than their employers. This is slavery today. So much so that if you calculate the amount of taxes that they take and tell you that you pay, Uncle Sam don't wait for you to send him a check. He's a pimp. That's why he wears that suit with that top hat. He takes his taxes off the top. That's what pimps do. I know. If you calculate the amount of taxes that you pay from January to December in a full year, you worked for free from January to about May 15th. Pimpin' Sam, as I call him, is pretty slick, because instead of having you come to work for 4.5 months and not get paid, he just takes it as you go, so you don't notice that you're still hanging from a noose. At the end of the day, the black woman still has a different cultural loyalty and national loyalty than she had before the Great Holocaust. One way to know is to look at her hair, and her whole standard of beauty is based upon the images that you see when you look at a Vogue magazine. Just shades darker, but it's the same. And as a result of what they did on the plantation, focusing on the black woman and working on her, the first teacher of the child, which is the black woman, is still producing male offspring right now that are fags, weak, and in the back. They're not leaders of a family. How you gonna be a leader of a family, really, and be a respectable man by your woman and by your children when you're getting fucked in the ass by another man? What the fuck is wrong with us? And at the same time, they're producing female offspring that have no identity, most of which because they don't have a father figure. It is a psychological fact, folks, that a girl gets her identity from her daddy, not from her mommy. Go get the white man's books and about psychology and the development of a healthy mind in a child, and you'll find that girls get their identity from their fathers. No wonder many black women are screwed up today, because they didn't have that. And if they didn't have it, they don't have an identity. Can the white man admit his sins? This you can find out in my CD, White Man Tells the Truth. It is an audio CD. And all of the accounts are given directly by the mouths of Europeans. This is a must hear. They give Africa and all of Egypt back to the African. Not that it needed to be given back to him, but the father of medicine given back to the black man. Third dynasty, Imhotep. Not some white man named Hippocrates. And many other points. CDs are only $9.99, free shipping. To get your copy, call 216-630-8843. That's 216-630-8843. Again, that number is 216-630-8843. And the title of this CD is Can the White Man Tell the Truth? Call now.